Yeah, I just wanna be the greatest. Everybody knows my name, shit. I'ma have this whole fucking game list, spitting with the same wit, and I'm gonna be famous. Ain't nobody able to delay this. Coming up, I had a vision to make it. Never wanted to be nothing, always wanted to play shit. Sit in class, always wondering why I love this lame shit.
Lancelot, of course, isang classic na pwedeng gamitin ng Bren Esports. I'm actually surprised that they did not use this in their previous series. Pero I remember Lancelot being yung kanilang hero na parang go-to talaga when things go south.
Yeah, or if it's a lineup that they're not sure it is going to work out, you can expect to rely on Carteezy's Lancelot.
Right.
We've seen this interaction, Lancelot versus Granger, very, very recently against Bren and Work, na minama ng Lancelot ni Carteezy ang Granger ni Cho. So we'll see how this works out in this specific game. Bren Esports, ang unilang ban sa second phase. Yeah.
It's the BMO special. Ang
highlight player.
Highlight player. Dare I say, meron kasi tayong mga tropa peeps na nakakausap. Particularly, big shoutout sa Dolormi. Okay, kay Millie. Ng Dolormi. At ang term niya dito ay kahapon ng lumpia ni Bimo.
Lumpia ni Bimo.
Yeah, which was very effective yesterday, kaso nga lang natalo sila. But there were times na ang Bimo special na Grok ay maganda. Lalong-lalo na against heroes like Lancelot na pwede talaga mabigla kapag nag-flicker into the wild charge ka na.
And sometimes that's all you need.
Exactly.
1 second or so of vulnerability for the Lancelot. Direct shutdown for the core of Bren Esports. Ba, andito ng LPE, gonna be the Kagura, given na wala pang hero si Few, which is not completely true. Kasi kaya rin namang mag-post for Popoling Kupa ni Few.
That's right.
To questionable results, pero best respect still, the Kagura on Few.
I agree. At pwede rin kasing mag-Kagura si Ribo. We also saw that before.
There you go, side lane.
Side lane.
Yeah.
Chang'e, I think you really need to ban if you're LPE. Lalong-lalo na may presence ng Harith sa LPE. Merong every single hero that LPE has right now might struggle against that.
Yep, I love Bren Esports, man. This is essentially taking what you learned immediately from the first series today na ginawa ni the Demolition Man Edward na Barats.
And I like it kasi isa ito sa mga hero din na magiging potentially mahirapan sila kasi imagine this, pag may Barats yung kalaban pa instead of LPE, may problema ka na dun sa Harith, may problema ka pa dun sa Barats. Parang you'll need more heroes to counteract that. So, and Bren Esports, isa rin sa mga special nila ay ang Uranus naman. So, maybe a flap TZ hero yung kanilang kukunin since ban nila ban it out. I'm telling you, man.
Okay.
Lahat ng heroes na meron ng LPE ngayon ay maka-counter ng Chang'e. So, it's just expected. Actually, Bren Esports, baka nga mas maganda pa na kinuwagan na rin Chang'e.
Inagahan.
Hindi
muna yung Lancelot.
Yeah.
Yep, I agree because there's more in the jungle na pwede pang sumagot. Actually, the jungle is relatively open. You have the Yusun Shin. Worst comes to worst, you have to play the Claude na medyo na nerf. So yeah, I agree. Now, naban ang Chang'e ng LPE, which, what, is that 5 push-ups? Kasi hindi siya na-pick technically eh.
So, pero
naban. So okay na yun. Okay, sige. Put you to it. That's a good alternative.
Exactly.
Yan.
So sabi lang ng Bren Esports, okay, sige, kunin natin yung Lancelot kasi may pang sub naman tayo. And worst comes to worst, meron pa rin Louis, so pwede rin pa gamitin niya ni Few. This time, it's going to be the Farsa. Ang maganda nga lang sa pag-pick ng Farsa sa gantong spot para sa Bren Esports, flex pa rin.
Yeah,
Flexi
Diaz.
Flexi Diaz pa rin. Para sa LPE, looking for the tank ngayon. Ang dami pang pwedeng gamitin ni Bimo apart from the Grok. Baka mag-Sylvana sila dito along those lines. But
throwback.
It's a big throwback though. But Beleric, and a Ruby.
And the Ruby. Okay. Definitely both picks coming out of left field for LPE.
Okay, so Ruby, #1 hero na ginagamit ng mga players pag may Lancelot sa kalaban. Or kahit anong hero na makulit. Pag galing sa side lanes, kahit nga tank position even Bimo can play this.
Yep.
Actually, mas maganda yata na kay Bimo mapunta yung Ruby and the Beleric onto Ryota in the side lanes. Kind of answers. They still pick the Alice. Do take note, Leo, merong Beleric, merong Ruby,
may Harith.
May Harith.
Yep.
it's gonna be very tricky pag yung nag-alis ang Bren Esports. Pero again, comfort to eh.
Comfort.
They know kung paano ito gamitin. At kailangan nila ng pamputa sa may backline. So, you'll understand why.
Easy answer for the Alice. So, parang ang daming checkbox lang.
Oo.
Na kahit na medyo questionable ang pick, yun ang kailangan ng Bren Esports dito. We're gonna see how it works out and if this gamble will pay off and pay dividends for Bren Esports. LPE though, natutuwa ako na ang sagot or ang kinailangan nilang pyesa para dito sa puzzle na ito ay medyo out of the meta.
Out of the meta, correct. And I think tama yung ating prediction. It's going to be side lane Beleric or XP lane. Beleric, tapos meron kang tank or the roaming Ruby.
Yep.
Kasi it just makes a lot of sense. Hindi mo ang talagang gusto mo lang makuha kay Ruby ay hindi damage. Ang kailangan mo sa kanya ay pang front at yung panggulat. Kasi imagine this, hindi siya kayang i-burst agad ng isang Lancelot.
Yep.
Tapos pwede niya i-turn around. Kapag nakita niyo nag-Thorn Rose, madaling abangan gamit yung lahat ng hatak at control that you can get out of the Ruby. Kaya nga naman, there are so many players that agree, that kind of think na pwede kang mag-Ruby kapag may Lancelot sa kalaban.
Yep, and I think that's what LPE is hedging on. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to game number 1. LPE versus Bren Esports. This is under the supervision and regulation of the Games and Amusements Board, BMO, with the concussive blast dito. Actually, maganda ring treatment yan. Maganda ring counter dun sa Popol and Kupa.
Yes.
Na kung mahuli mo sa gitna yan, pwede niyang i-bait sa loob dito ang technically dalawang hero ni Lusty. And then from the side lanes, it's going to be the Uranus and the Beleric. So, pader laban sa puno.
Love it. But nevertheless, ano to eh, parang sci-fi laban sa nature.
Oo, medieval fantasy, gano'n.
Medieval
Pang Lord of the
fantasy,
Rings.
oo. But kidding aside, magandang heroes ng Bren Esports in the mid lane. When it comes to their comfort, pati na rin yung mga pwede nilang gawin para ma-outspeed yung jungling ng LPE. Ang naging worry mo kasi dahil nag-Ruby ka, hindi ka ganun ka-bilis or ka-impactful into providing vision.
Yep.
Kasi imagine this is Popol and Kupa. Unanswered from LPE, madaling makapag-secure ng vision at ang pwede niyang gawin, o nga naman, sabihin natin ang Harit ay mananalo sa 1v1 matchup against Alice. Pero pag naging 2v1, quote-unquote 3v1,
yeah.
I mean, matatalo ka talaga kahit gano'ng kaganda yung matchup mo.
Yep. Wolf, this is literally dog eat dog sa bottom lane, 'di ba? Si Kupa kinakagat, si Jake the dog.
Tama.
And mapaparecall siya ng maaga, so that opens up so much for the gold laner on the side of Bren Esports. At ang kinailangan niya lang, mabilis na rotation mula kay Lusty.
And that is exactly what they need. Kasi ang problem with Ruby, although scientifically, mas maganda siya pag nagkaroon nga ng clash against Lancelot. But at the same time, hindi nila mapipigilan yung pagja-jungle ni Lancelot. So sabi ni Cartesi, okay, sige, Kuya Lusty, Kuya Boards, pwede ka nang maglaboy dyan. At ang kanyang destination was the bottom lane. What a decision from Bren Esports.
And here we go. Phantom execution ni Cartesi in and out. Napa-ult na nga dito si Ryota on the Beleric. Mapapauwi si Bimo. And Wolf, I think sinasabi mo na parang ang gagawin ng isang Ruby, very specific. And in the early to mid game, technically hindi niya pa kayang gawin yon. Talo siya sa tank things.
Yeah, sa tank things.
Natural tank things.
Kumbaga, natural roam things. Kasi, imagine this, si Lusty, meron siyang impact kahit wala siya mismo doon sa mid lane. Maglalagay lang siya ng traps doon sa entry bushes.
Pwede na. Vision na yun.
Vision na yun. And nasa bottom lane. Pupunta na siya sa bottom lane. At ang kailangan lang niyang gawin, tulungan ng 2 or 3 lanes or waves of minions si Rebo. Kapag nag-level 4 na, wala nang magagawa yung Harith doon sa Alice. Well, at least, you can still kill. But technically speaking, in theory, hindi mo na mapipigilan yung pag-clear at pag-farm ni Rebo.
Yep, and here we go. First turtle of the game. Real world manipulation. Nailabas na dito ni Arvs. First blood. Ryota on Cartesi. Mapapali yun si Arvs. 1 hit na lang. Napatay pa ni Lusty to trade. 1-4-1. At hinahabol ni Flap si Aspect. Ryota, papauwi na rin. Nobody gets the turtle. Pero Wolf, do note, doon sa baba. Wait lang, hindi pa tapos. Hindi pa tapos. Flap TZ gusto pa. Aspect looking low. Mapapabagsak ba? Nice use of the I'm offended Lusty. Mababawian dito, tipi-tipi pa.
That's the punish that you can get. At ito rin yung, nakita nyo yung sa turtle fight, yun yung dahilan kung bakit na-amaze ako. Na-astonish ako sa Beleric pick and I thought it was amazing. Kasi it really answers the Lancelot. Many times in this particular game, yung kanyang root or yung kanyang ultimate, sobrang quote-unquote boss it if you're playing the Lancelot. Kasi hindi ka talaga makakapag-out Dahil theoretically speaking, ang kailangan lang gawin ay mag-ulti kung ikaw ay Beleric at already na-shutdown mo na yung Lancelot.
Yep.
Magiging mahirap. Ang naging problem doon kay Flap TZ, wala siyang execute, hindi siya nag-8G mindset.
Nope.
Kaya hindi niya nakakill. But of course, Purify mas maganda namang spell sa game na to.
And I think he didn't even need to kill. Zoning yon, zoning play yon. Kanila na yun eh. It just didn't come down to a lethal result. Now, real manipulation, linabas na dito ni Arvs. Zoning out the rest of Bren. Few. Pinapasabugan din dito si Arvs. Flaptizi, buhay na buhay. Okay na okay. Umult si Ryota pero papabagsakin siya dito. Sumabog. Ribo coming in with the burst from the Alice. Early game pa lang. May binubuga na. Oh, Lasty with the stun. Kinagat si Bimo. And
Lasty, this did not end well for you kanina.
okay naman. He's alright.
Natutunan na.
Natutunan niya. Parang
Nakita mo, Leo, and all the viewers out there, yung impact ng Beleric. Naghintay lang siya na pumasok si Carteezy para mag-pop ng ultimate. So, nung round 1, bago sa turtle fight, nangyari is, nauna si Carteezy, tapos na-counter siya agad ni Ryota. Ang ginawa ni Carteezy, hindi agad siya lumaban dun sa round 2.
Yep.
Kaso, si Ryota, patient. Hintay talaga niya yung kanyang role, which is to just lock down Carteezy. It was difficult already. At mamaya makikita natin na kung may real-world manipulation, may drawing na gagawin ang LPE, makikip nila in place mga members ng Bren dahil dun sa ultimate ng isang Beleric.
superior zoning. Pero to si Few, meron din siyang sarili niya. Feathered Airstrike. Bimo takes a few hits. Taken down. That's -1 already. Umult dito si Ryota. Pinning down 3-4 members of Bren. Sama mo na yung aso ni Lasty. And finally, there's a turtle going over to Carteezy.
Third time's the charm. Kita mo nung gano'ng pinapahirapan ng LPE ang Bren Esports. Pero yung Bren Esports naman, ang nangyari is mas maganda yung macro play nila. In fact, yung mga failed attempts ng Bren Esports, 2 deaths on Carteezy, nakapag-farm naman si Ribo.
It eventually led to the burst coming through. Again, I think for Bren, it's not a question of execution eh. Talagang timing lang eh. Timing eh.
I agree.
The case for Ryota, using Wrath of Dryad, one time, big time yun eh. Sa Bren, their uptime is so high. Their uptime it's up to them kung i-engage sila. And right now, good use of the Feathered Airstrike, pinapasok muli ng Bren ang LP sa side nila.
Yeah.
Sabi ng Bren, tumatapang kayo ah. Medyo delikado yan. We lost 2 out of 3 fights kanina, pero finally naka-turtle kami, and balik tayo. Neutral ulit. Neutral. Look at down bottom daw. Ang ganda. Because of the space bought by Bren.
Definitely yung tulong ni Lasty kay Ribo nag-pay off. Sobra-sobra. Kasi yung LPE, they cannot defend on the bottom lane kasi mayroon silang choice eh. Kailangan ba natin lumaban sa turtle or i-defend yung bottom? Unfortunately, turtle yung pinili ng LPE. Kaya eventually, yung mga little pokes ni Ribo nakakuha na ng Torre sa baba.
Nice
Oh
play
my God.
by Flaptizi. Diversion role ang ginawa. Tapos sabi niya, Kuya Few, Kap, to, lika, pasabugan mo to. But LPE, ever the wiser, hindi naman magpapahuli ng ganon. Nice pressure by LPE up top here. Pupush naman sa mid ang Bren. Good trade on both sides.
A very good trade for LPE. Finally catching a break this time. Ginawa nila is finorce nila muna si Flaptizi out of the zone para wala ng mga defensive for Bren Esports. Without Feathered Airstrike, ang hirap din mag-defend if you're Bren Esports.
Yep, so again, despite losing out on the Chang'e, magandang alternative ang Farsa. Kahit na ba napa 10 push-up si Wolf, sulit no sulit, alright? They're loving this. Currently sitting at about 3,000 gold ahead. This is another turtle being taken. Free! As free gets for Bren Esports. Now top lane ang magiging target nila. Flaptizi, nagpe-pay off ang pagpilit niya kay Ryota. Parang in-isolation pa rin niya si Ryota.
Parang ano eh, sabi niya, tauhan mo ko. Pag di mo tinauhan, ipupush ko yung lane ninyo.
Oo.
And now, however, LPE says, okay, sige, masyado na nating hindi tinutulungan si Jake the Dog. Samahan na natin dito sa lane sa bottom. I like the fact that LPE is setting this up. Hindi sila nagpapakita. Pero kasi suspicious eh. Bakit yung Harit ang confident bigla? Kanina pa nagta-turtle. Tapos ngayon bigla ang nagta-turtle, Astrata. Hindi yung turtle na turtle.
Yep.
Tapos biglang may tao doon. Something is wrong.
Oo, delegates. And I think, fair to say, alam naman ng LPE na hindi dapat nila ipilit yung ganung strategy. Dahil may trap si Lasty, may libreng face check si Flaptizi, and it's just not smart. So again, this is essentially LPE saying, wait lang, hanap tayo ng ibang lugar. Hanap tayo ng ibang galaw. Feathered airstrike dito. Ilalabas na ni Few. Latizi tried to pin down one. I'm offended! Bimo finds one. A little too late on the damage comeback. Si Few masya-shutdown pero that's 2 for 1 already. Zaman Force dito. Ito ang gusto ni Jake the Dog. Pero wala silang engage. Down goes Ryota. 2v4 ang laruan dito. Jake the Dog sa likod. Papasabugin ni Rebo. And that's gonna be a wipeout. Double for the GOAT!
My goodness, the positioning of Bren Esports pati na rin timing sa pagpunta nila, yun yung nagbigay sa kanila ng pagkapanalo dun sa clash na yun. And Flap TC will not be able to get a push pero at least makapag-farm siya at makapag-cut ng minions. Maghahabol na naman yung LPE when it comes to the minion wave clear. At ang nangyaring clash was si Few namatay siya pero nabato na niya yung buong combo niya. So it won't matter so much. Ngayon, yung timing din ng ultimate ni Jake the Dog, nag-favor pa sa side ng Bren Esports kasi doon na nakatalon si Rebo at dahil confined space yung pinaglabanan, naging sulit yung ultimate ni Farsa pati na rin ni Alice. Look at that, Bimo, napigilan niya yung combo but already nabato na ni Farsa. And Flatizi, tignan mo yung positioning niya, binlock niya yung Death Sonata, tapos eventually Rebo took over with Cartizi. Cartizi eventually will be taken out here. Pero yung kapalit kasi, tingnan mo yung mga stun. Yung stun at yung AoE ni Rebo na sulit kasi confined area yung pinaglabanan ng LPE.
Yep, that interview was brought to you by Oppo A94. Experience gaming at full speed with an Oppo A94. Get yours for only 13,999 pesos. Great breakdown, Wolf. Again, it's too late for Jake the Dog. Ang ganda sana nung engage. Kanya na yun, Zaman Force dun sa maliit na eskinita. Pero sabog na yung mga kampi niya. Too late.
Tignan mo to. Casual Deadly Blade for the Populate Copa. Classic. Tapos I believe this is called the O Mask. Which means na kayang-kaya niyang i-shutdown din si Jake the Dog. I think problem when you're the Harith, may nasasagot ka. You are okay when it comes to the laning against the Alice. But if you look at the Populate Copa, ang gano'n ka-disruptive yung mga extra stunts and knockups from that mask.
Walang laban yung passive ni Harit na 45% resilience.
Look at that!
Here's an engagement. Nice pick-off onto Few. A little too confident there. Cartizi ngayon ang tatargetin ni Bimo. Looking for one. Bimo sumasagot ng kanyang sariling TP. Flatizi and Rebo into the backline. Si Aspect ang papasabugan dito. Rebo gonna dive in. Rebo continuing the engage. Now, Ryota popping the Wrath of Dryad and that second skill. Out! Sabi ni Rebo, out! Bumagsak dito si Jake the Dog and si Bimo din naman. And amazing sustained play by Bren Esports. Good shot call and good presence of mind by Rebo.
I love the fact that you mentioned yung shot call pati yung presence man ni Rebo kasi ang ginawa ng Bren Esports, sabi nila okay sige si Few ay namatay but so many ultimates committed from LPE, sabi nila okay sige wala na mga ulti, we can fight. And Bren Esports with the leadership of Flap and Rebo, the sustained side lanes, na-isolate nila si Harith and eventually Carl TC took over dun sa upper part ng mapa nung clash. Yung lower part naman si Rebo at si Flap yung bahala. Isolation play.
Isolation play, and again, ginegage lang nila eh. Ang ganda ng control ni Rebo sa HP bar niya. Ginawa niyang resource yung sarili niya essentially. Tapos bago pa siya makitil dun sa team fight na yon, sabi nila, wait lang, kaya pa yan. Easy Lord take here by Bren Esports. Actually missed out on whether it was Luminous or not. We are sitting at 12 minutes, 20 seconds. I do feel it is. We'll see Lord when he does come marching in bottom lane kung yellow ba yan o purple.
Do take note kapag inatake nyo na yung Lord ng hindi pa 12 minutes, kahit pa mapatay yung siya ng 12 minutes, hindi siya, level 1 pa rin siya, hindi pa rin siya enhanced.
Parang turtle.
Yes.
Uunahan mo lang essentially. Ang tagal ni Lord, ang tagal niya lumabas. This is good for LPE. They're able to still gather their thoughts. Iniisip nila, wait lang, paano ba natin na-atakihin to? Luminous nga, Wolf. Luminous. Masakit.
It is hindi the Luminous. Although, wag tayo magpa-full. Minsan, kahit dilaw yung Lord, hindi tumatalon. So, abangan na lang natin mamaya.
We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see. So, this is still good. I think LPE has good wave clear. Has good range. Pero yun nga, dito natin nakikita yung one-time, big-time play potential ni Bimo. He really needs to be in the right place at the right time.
You're seeing now yung problema when you're facing Popol. Tingnan mo yung traps placement. At yun nga, Luminous nga.
Yep, tumatalon. That's gonna be mission accomplished down bottom. Great attack, great siege by Bren Esports pressuring LPE. Now, feathered airstrike, nahila pa loob! Si Few, wings by wings plus purify, and here we go, dumodrawing si Arvs just to clear the waves. Real world manipulation. Pero, do note, sabi ng world champion natin, bilang na ang ult ng LPE.
And this is gonna be tricky. Walang ultimate si Bimo. Although mabilis naman mag-cooldown ng ultimate ng isang Ruby. But sobrang crucial ng real-world manipulation. Sasabihin niya ni Few, meron na siyang feathered airstrike. So, when it comes to the just resources, ng dami ng mga skills, Bren ang lamang.
Yup, always
Sold
online. Walang pahinga ang Bren now. Wrath of the Dryad by Ryota here. Maybe a little off time. Mawawala ang aso dito ni Kuya Mo Lasty, and he's just gonna pray for it in the back lines. Still, pressure is where pressure placed by Bren, successfully taking down mid and top sa isang hinga.
Napakagandang paggamit ng Bren Esports. This is the classic Bren Esports na alam kung ano yung dapat iba tong mga spells. And they have really survived or outlived yung mga points kung saan ang LPE ay malakas.
Yep.
For example, yung early stages and around the first turtle fights, na-survive nila yon. Nahirapan sila. Leo, you can see na kahit dun sa turtle fight, napapatay si Cartesi 2 times.
Yeah.
But ang kailangan lang nilang gawin ay hintayin kung saan sila mas malakas. Do take note, nagandahan talaga ako dun sa adjustment ng Bren Esports. Dun sa bottom lane, which is the gold lane, ginilagay nila si Lasty. Si Lasty nagpa-level 2, naglagay ng mga traps, tapos pumunta sa may bottom lane, tinulungan si Ribo for what, 3 lanes? And all of a sudden, 3 waves para, sorry, not 3 lanes. Yeah, all of a sudden, wala na yung advantage ng Harith doon sa isang alis.
If anything, umalis pa nga yata si Jake the Dog.
Yes.
Siya yung naboset doon sa duo, sa trio ni Lasty's Dog, and Ribo. So again, Bren Esports, they invested in the bottom lane, which led to this 15-minute lead. Ano ba to, Wolf? Grabe naman, 50k to 37.
Wow, I did not notice that actually. Matagal-tagal na rin hindi nakakaalis sa side ng river yung LP. Actually, Bren Esports, kinlame nga nila yung about maybe 50% ng mapa ng LPE. So 75% ng mapa nasa Bren all this time, at yung 25% ng LPE na yun dun lang sila nakakaikot. Naghahati-hati si Jake the Dog, pati si Aspect, pati si Ryota, and eventually yung Bren Esports lumamang sa ekonomiya.
Not even talking about Arvs. Si Arvs na isang mage na may mystery shop.
Oo.
Gutom na gutom. Kaya pala okay lang yung real world manipulation. Sinasalo lang ng Bren.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous, ladies and gentlemen. Looking at the items, Wolf, sobrang stonks ng ating Season 6 champions.
Wala din palang damage item pa si Arvs. Nag-focus siya dun sa defense. Nag-Oracle. Pati may Durance. Tapos nag-Wand, Ice Queen Wand for the slows. We're looking at Bren Esports. Ang sakit na rin ni Few.
This is painful.
Naka-lightning dungeon na si Few and Holy Crystal. So,
even
that feather effect's gonna hurt.
Yeah, even Lusty and Few na 4 and 5 supports ng Bren. Kasing yaman ng course ng LPE.
Oh my goodness. Dominance Ice na ngayon si Lusty. Which means na si Aspect with 0, 1, and 5 tapos naka-Hunter Strike lang at the Brute Force Breastplate will not have an impact against Bren Esports.
Kayang saluhin ni Kupa.
Exactly.
Yung Sonata.
Oh my god. LP is in danger.
This is difficult. Did you say they're in Granger?
They
have a
Yeah,
Granger.
yeah.
Pero tingnan natin dito kung paano sila magde-defend. This is going to be possibly the final siege. Enhanced ang siege minions ng Bren Esports. Gonna be crashing down all 3 lanes. Lord marching down mid. Ito for sure. Luminous level 2, 17 minutes in. Nagsiscale si Lord. The longer the game goes, this is gonna be as clutch a defense as it gets para sa LPE. Kaya ba nilang pigilan ang pagtatapos dito ng Bren? Real world manipulation. Tama-tama ang pagpasok pero may sagot si Few. That's going to be the feathered airstrike. Few gonna get blasted by Arms. And no, this is going to be Ribo from the backline splitting up LPE as Lord wails away at the base. Ribo looking for one. Gonna be backing out from TZ. Ladies and gentlemen, a successful defense. LPE buhay pa.
Buhay na. Arms, better timing. I would say, Bren Esports na unahan sila. Ang ganda ng idea ng Bren Esports. Ginamit si TZ pang scout. Few, 2 feathered airstrike kay Aspect. Halos matunaw. Kaso, just enough to defend. Nakapag-back away yung mga members ng LPE. And then eventually, nakakuha si Arms na magandang positioning. All of a sudden, biglang nagka-item si Arms. And now they're gonna pack up a punch. Ang ganda rin ng timing ni Jake the Dog. And at this point, dahil ang dinidepensahan na lang ng LPE is just the base, hindi katulad kanina na parang 3 lanes, parang this time, pwede nilang i-allocate yung kanilang ultimate na Wrath of the Dryad into the real-world manipulation. Sobrang solid na combo into just defending their base. I know that it's funny na sasabihin ko to, pero baka mas madali pa para sa LPE magdepensa ng base lang kaysa yung 3 lanes.
Actually, you know what? I will agree with you, Wolf, because this reminds me of yung depensa ng Blacklist Game 2 laban sa Signal.
Definitely.
The something of that comeback might actually be possible, pero tinitingnan ko rin kasi yung kill score, yung board ng Bren. Halo-halo eh. Lahat sila mga 2 kills, 3 kills lang. So, the shutdown gold might not be enough.
Yeah, it will not be enough for sure. Ang kailangan kasing gawin ng LP dito, they need to make a play para makalabas sila sa base at eventually makapag-farm. Kailangan nila ng items kay Aspect for sure. Si Jake the Dog makakuha naturally ng items niya dahil nag-gold lane at if I'm not mistaken, Mr. Ray Shop din. So eventually makakuha siya ng item. Arvs wala masyadong problema. But they need items on Aspect at this moment. Kailangan ng more damage na side ng LPE.
Yep.
But they can defend. Ang ganda ng combo nila when it comes to defending.
Yeah, they have the clear. They have the clear. So, kanina, naka-shutdown sila kay Few, pero yun nga, hindi na punta kay Aspect. Gutom ang Granger ni Aspect. But we'll see how... Oh, Wolf for the first time in a while in this 18-minute game. Siguro for the first time in 5-6 minutes, nakalabas ng base ng LPE.
That's what they needed. Aspect, binibilisan na kanya pag-clear. You have to take note nga lang, ang Bren Esports may mataas na burst. At mas mayaman pa rin talaga ang Bren Esports. It's gonna be difficult. Bimo, naka-Haskell na ngayon. In fact, Bimo is gonna be really scary even in the late series. Hindi dahil sa damage, pero dahil dun sa control.
Yeah.
So, kailangan ding respect yan ng Bren Esports. And also, ang mga minions ngayon ay nagdi-deal na lang ng 50% less damage sa base, sa mismong base building. So that means hindi na pwede dumepende ang Bren Esports sa mga minions lang. They really need to be the ones to hit the base eventually. So ano gusto kong sabihin? Kailangan makapag-wipe ng Bren Esports or at least 3, mapatay nila yung 3 na members ng LPE. Particularly si Arvs para matapos nila yung laban. But ang Bren Esports mas mataas ang map control. So ayan, Lusty, Malefic Roar.
Oh, this means Lusty is going for the throat. Kung sino mang humarang, papatumbahin, kakagatin. That gives you armor penetration, raw damage output. So, almost buo na dito. Actually, hindi ako magulat kung diretso yung halberd to ni Kuya Molasti.
So, double trancha na ngayon si Rebo, Lightning and the Winter One. At si Flap TC pala ay nag-all-in sa defense. Athenas, Brute Force, Oracle, pati na rin ang Antikyras. At
kailangan niya lang ng konting mana kaya may enchanted.
Exactly. For the sustain. Sustain na mana, I mean. Malefic Roar on the Aspect. It's important if they... Oh, by the way, Leo, 20 minutes timing.
Oh, here we go.
So,
every single death will have its death timer scaled up.
Another reason kung bakit pwede mag-comeback. Mas potential na mga comebacks ngayon.
Yeah, pick up, pick off.
Pick off.
Bawat pick off.
A kill will be so important. Lalong-lalo na against Bren Esports. But, wow, okay, sobrang bilis. What is this?
Just all the damage. Again, you have to consider, Wolf, from Lusty, dalawang basic yan.
Exactly. Lusty na Malefic Roar, Makati na, yung of the Omask, and of course, si Few, pati si Rebo, ang sakit na rin ng magic damage nila. And, Lord Melted.
This is a Luminous Lord at 20 minutes. 20-something. So, scales up, scales up. This is what's scary, no? Yung damage ng Bren, hindi mo mabubuan ng simple lang eh. It's physical, magic, across the board. 50-50 almost.
It's gotta be important. Napaka-crucial ito para sa LPE. Positioning ni Arvs ang kailangang tignan. Yung management nila ng skills, hindi na pwedeng mabait ang mga members ng LPE.
Yep, it's the last fight possibly. Real Revelation, inunahan na ni Arvs. Sagot naman, feathered airstrike dito. Base, tinatama-tamaan na ng Bren. Right in the middle, Lusty's gonna go down. And that's gonna be another, I believe, from the back. Pero Base ang puhunan. Ladies and gentlemen, Bren Esports secures the first game of victory. This winning moment is brought to you by Oppo A94. Experience gaming at full speed with Oppo A94. Get yours now for only 13,999 pesos.
I think now Bren Esports, I'm thinking of somewhere along the lines of a Lunox para kay Rebo.
Yeah.
Tapos actually Roger or Lance para kay Carl Tizzy.
Yeah. Lancelot okay, Roger Toll, both good choices I think at this point.
Ling instead.
Oh,
Okay.
they wanna go dive.
At as expected, the Chango.
There's the Chango. Sayang, di kita napilit na magbigay ng isang dare kapag lumabas ang hero na ito.
But definitely, Chango makes a lot of sense.
Solid.
Super solid pickup. LPE, I honestly feel na Lunox ang maganda yata. Maganda, hindi naman yata. Maganda para sa kanila team. But at the same time, gusto yata din nila ng instant na control doon sa Ling. Yung want that immediate burst. So along the lines of Louis or Lunox para sa idang LPE as their last pick. Or baka mag-go sila doon sa Sylvana route na ginagamit din ni Arvs.
Yeah.
O na pwede bang lockdown.
Hold up.
Kaja.
It's neither. It's a combination. Merong lockdown ni Sylvana. Merong magic damage early on ni Louis and Lunox. I like it actually. This is interesting. I think the last time we saw Kaja was yesterday via Onyx Philippines.
Yeah. What I do like about Kaja ay ito ang tinatawag natin na Kaja Harley combo na literally lista mo na. I cannot see a hero kahit yung back siya hindi magsusurvive.
Yeah.
Because of the burst, the early stages. At it also imposes yung threat doon sa Ling. Imagine this, yung Ling na hindi ka ganun ka-confident kasi may Kaja palagi na threatening against Bren Esports.
I can see that. And again, as the Ling, ang dami mong kinakatakutan eh. Ma-welcome ka ni Detona, makagat ka ni Kupa, di ba? And mahila ka ng isang ibon. Ladies and gentlemen, I think LPE may have found an out here. They may have a free go at game number 3.
Like
it's possible, but Bren Esports, they also have quite comfortable picks.
This is just like yung parang ginawa ng Bren Esports. Yun yung ginawa ng Bren Esports kahapon laban sa Onyx PH ng game number 1 ay yung ginagawa lang ngayon ng LPE sa game number 2 ngayon. So, yun yung Harley na ang kaibahan nga lang is Bren Esports went for Bane instead of the Claude na alam natin yung Claude meron siyang way to finish the game. So this time, holistic approach coming out from LPE, napakarami nilang panghuli sa Ling. But instead of Roger or Lance, Ling yung pinili nila kasi at the very least may Tempest of Blades
na pang out.
Si Ling na pang out.
Yep.
Si Ling. Kung nag-Lancelot or Roger kasi ang Bren Esports, napakadaling nila huliin lalo.
Yep, mas madaling i-time ang Phantom Execution. Bibilangin mo lang, abangan mo lang sa dulo.
Right.
But for the Tempest of Blades, it's essentially an iframe. It's a super iframe.
Yeah.
Right now, laning-wise, Rebo versus Jake, Flap versus Ryota. I feel like Ryota here, definitely sa early stages of the game, mabubugbog talaga siya ni Pacquiao.
Yeah. So this time it's Kaja mid lane para sa LPE. Potential choices ay syempre Clock of Destiny or Fleeting Time pero usually nagka-Calamity Reaper ang mga mid na Kaja for the burst.
Yep.
We might see that. Ang problem nga lang with LPE is hindi nila madaling pigilan ang pag-farm ni Cartizzi kasi ang ginawa ni Lusty on this tank back siya, tinulungan niya kasi alam natin di ba mabilis mag-take but eto na.
Here we go, Rebo tatamaan ng Deadly Magics. Might actually survive. Not much damage laid down by Jake the Dog for him. So, bilang zoning, okay din siya para pauwiin si Rebo. Pero mabilis rumisponde si Lusty. At si Carl, check this out.
Okay.
Papasukin niya sa loob si Jake the Dog. BMI in. Few with us assist. And that's gonna be first blood for Bren.
And actually, Jake the Dog opted to go for Flicker. I like it. Yung decision niya para makalabas.
Extra mobility.
Kind of makes me think, mahirap pa rin mag-cloud sa laban na to. Imagine this, meron kang back siya, meron ding Pakito.
Hindi siya easy go.
Yeah.
Parang at this point, maybe the Purify would have been better. But just the same, I think Bimo is missing out on a huge opportunity. Kanina ko pa nakita na bakit ka sa bottom bumibisita. I think, again, just an opinion, they need to do what Lusty did for Rebo in Game 1.
Yeah, kasi eventually yung Barats will not even care about the Pakito anymore.
Yeah.
That's a matchup na alam natin lalamang yung Barats.
Yep.
In fact, yung Pakito pa yung kailangan mag-react but now Rebo buying so much time actually.
Mukhang ito ang plano ng LP. Instead of sending one to defend, bubugbugin na lang nila ang top lane. Down goes Rebo, traded out for Arvs and Aspect. Lusty surviving. Minamama niya si Jake the Dog. Wala ka pang weapons, wala ka pang items. Jake, kayang-kaya pa kita. Few to the rescue as well. That's all wins for Bren.
LPE, pure. Napakaganda nung idea, but poor execution. Merong isang little move na ginawa si Rebo that actually made it so na naging mahirap yung LP. Nahirap yung LP. So instead na paback siya, papunta dun sa base, paangat ang ginawa ni Rebo.
Yep.
He actually crossover niya, basically yung LPE.
Oo.
Yung little move na yun, nag-spend ng sobrang daming oras yung Bren Esports, duly punished ng LPE afterwards.
Para may time rumisponde ang mga tropa ng The GOAT. Love it. Ladies and gentlemen, already about 1,000 gold ahead ang Bren Esports dito. Lusty looking for one. Matatalunan dito si Arvs, Ryota to the rescue. Bimo answering back as well. May trap siyang linagay doon sa bagong brush na pumasok. Nice effort for Bren to just zone out LPE for the first turtle of the game.
The classic movements coming out from Bren Esports, si Lusty and si Flap TZ. Kahit ano yung matchup ng heroes nila, ang kailangan lang nilang gawin ay mang zone out. They also have the added flavor na nanood si Few kahit hindi na nga kinailangan yung real world manipulation. Yung crystal pa lang already giving them vision. At si LPE hindi rin ready nung time na yun. Do take note, LPE, malakas sila pang pick-offs with their mid lane composition. But when it comes to team fights around turtles, mas madali ang buhay ng Bren kasi napakarami pang zona to.
Yep. Tatalunan ni Lusty ang isa. Few puts in the final blow. Maisahan dito. Arvs na pick off. Lusty gonna get out of here. Back siya, popping the puissance and magre-recall. So, Wolf, because of the innate advantage of the rotations on Bren, parang silang nagmumukhang pick off lineup.
Yeah. Lalong-lalo na kasi yung movements sa LPE, ang dali nila mapunish. However, do take note, it's still Jake the Dog Claude. Na-late lang siguro ng few seconds, but it is still Demon Hunter Sword before the 5-minute mark. At may fleeting time na ngayon si Arvs. If there's anything, kailangan ma-pressure na ng LPE. Gamitin na nila itong mga items na to. Mamaya, hindi na ganun ka-effective. Kumbaga, mapapanis na yung kanilang timing, kanilang items. Kailangan na nilang gamitin ngayon.
For now, masarap pa.
Yes.
Habang mainit, guys, kainin nyo habang mainit. Yan ang gustong gawin dito ni Aspect.
Naku po, baka ma-outplay na naman sila ni Rebo.
Let's see, Rebo. Lalagyan ng trap dito ni Bimo. Mavoview. Oh, nice! Okay. Divine Judgment dito ni Lusty. Sasaluhin plus Deadly Magic. Yan ang sinasabi natin, Wolf, na kahit back siya, hindi ka magsasurvive. But to be fair, kinain ni Lusty lahat yun. Lahat yun kay Lusty lang.
But I think it's one thing na sabihin natin pang soak ka ng damage, but also another thing na yung impact niya ay maganda para sa LPE kasi nakapag-push sila dun sa may bottom lane.
Yeah, great conversion.
Great conversion. Rebo, kahit pa meron siyang Meteor Shower, ang dami kasi pwedeng tumank, particularly si Popol. So they're still okay.
Si Kupa.
Si Kupa pala,
also,
sorry.
Si Kupa na lang para hindi mamatay si Bimo.
Tama. Now we're able to tank through that at nakapag-push sa may bottom lane. Question is, kaya ba nila convert sa turtle to?
Currently, we are sitting at 100% turtles for Bren Esports. Lusty, gonna be baiting it out. Alam niyang hindi pa nakaposisyon si Carl TZ, wants to get his purple first. And, Wolf, I like what Jake the Dog is doing here. Kanina dead lane yung top, tapos alam niyang medyo mainit na yung bottom, sumasagot na ang Bren. And hold up, Arvs, nice pull onto one, Flap TZ, sabugan. Pero gandang sagot dito ng Bren. Real world manipulation plus Meteor Shower. Few gonna be punished here in the middle of the river. 2 for 3 ang palitan. Jake the Dog goes down. Lusty and Carl TZ left here for Bren Esports. 3v2. Lusty gonna go down. Mag-isa na lang dito ang Prodigy. What a turnaround to the turnaround.
Mas maganda yung ginawa ng LPE. Mas marami sila nakuha kills. Bren Esports had hope kasi ang ganda nung combo ng mga knockups eh. Parang sabayang bigkas mula sa Bren Esports. Sunugan. But LPE ang ganda nung second fight. Kumbaga may, di ba, may first blow yung straight jab nila. Tinalo nila ng hook. At yung hook na yun ang galing mula kay Jake the Dog dun sa likuran. May isa pa siya kasama nun eh. Forgot who it was, but them combining together para makuha yung mga backliners. Rebo and Few, nagulat sila eh. May nang likod and Ryota.
Parang daming damage yata, but look at this. Flap TZ, sasaluhin ng Deadly Magics plus Detona's Welcome. And I think that was maybe a small miscalculation. Kinain habang naka-Deadly Magics, so walang masyadong damage. Naka-survive pa si Pacquiao, hindi na knockdown.
And that means na ang Bren Esports makakuha na naman ng footing, makapag-farm ulit. LPE, however, napaka-crucial nung fact na si Jake Tadog yung nasa likuran. Kaso nga lang, mas crucial yung kill ni Carteezy doon kay Jake Tadog. So, kung titingnan natin yung mga cores, hindi na to Carteezy laban kay Aspect. This is actually Carteezy versus Jake Tadog already.
Yep.
Aspect more on the pick-off na lang siya. Siya na yung gagawa ng carpet para lakaran ni Jake Tadog later on. So, now, it's gonna be critical for both teams.
Yeah. Linuluto ni Aspect, pero si Jake mamayang kakain.
That's right.
Let's see. Again, BMO is also very instrumental dito. Napaka-importante ng ginagawa ni BMO para hindi ma-face check ang dalawang core niya. Flapteezy picking up the Bloodlust Axe. Lusty, naghahanap ng engage. I-clear muna sa baba.
Glowing one coming out from Rebo. It's gonna be scary!
Oh! Papasok! Mahihila! Phew! Nakapaglabas pa ng real revelation, but he gets picked off as well. Down goes BMO. Arvs traded out. Papasabugin dito si Aspect. Out! Sabi ni Jake. Out! Not a good place.
Man, I just can't believe how genius Carteezy is sa pagbato niya ng... Bihira kasi, pag nakakita tayo ng Ling, parang hindi na nga tumatama yung knock-up eh. Yung normally kasi, when you pop the ultimate, parang nangyayari na lang is either defensive, rarely siya naging offensive, but rarely siya ginagamit for knock-up. Oh, Flapteezy with a dodge, by the way.
Sparring sila.
And I wanna take note, yung knock-up na nagawa ni Carteezy, nagawa niya kasi hinintay niya na mawalan ng dash or ng way para makapag-ating mga members sa LPE. Therefore, making it na sobrang sulit nung Tempest of Blades.
Yep.
Bihira na tayo makakita niyan.
Yep. Again, what was that? Season 5? Huli natin kita ng mga offensive Tempest of Blades. These days, usually, it will only equal to 1 kill or pang-out nung Ling.
And Chango dealing the damage already. Hindi nga ganun kasulit yung pagkagamit ni Rebo kasi maganda rin naman yung pwestuhan ng LPE. Pero yung secondary fight, dun lumalamang yung Bren Esports. Kumbaga, sa unang suntukan, yung LPE, hard punch talaga. Pero pag hindi nila na-knockdown agad yung opponent, nakakapag-counter punch yung Bren Esports.
Yep. Parang haymaker ang hanap na LPE. Dapat, kung man-knockout kita dito, okay. Pero kung hindi, nako, babawian mo ako ng 3-hit, 4-hit combo. Jab, straight hook. Mabigat, mahirap. And that's what Bren Esports is bringing here. Their uptime is so high. Specifically also because of the Pakito. Manny Pacquiao. Diba, sakto? We're talking about punches here. And right now, mas maganda lang din ang rotational power. Again, another punching reference ng Bren Esports given na mas mobile sila. Ang maganda lang dito sa LPE, kita naman dapat nila, again, because of the Popoling Upa. But when it comes out to when and where, Ling, back siya, Bren ang nagsasabi.
They have the tools pa rin naman. I wanna say, kahit nagdidikta ngayon ng mga team fights, definitely is Bren Esports and sa counter punch. Pag ang Laos Playbook Esports ay nakahanap ng magandang openings, take note Kaja, Harley, and the Barats. Heroes that can definitely kill. Kahit gano'ng kataas ang farm ni Carteezy, mamaya, kayang-kaya siyang patayin ng side ng LPE. So, this is still not over. I'm still seeing LPE's chances. But Bren Esports, kung tuloy-tuloy yung kanilang pag-counter punch sa LPE, if Carteezy plays this na perfectly na hindi nga siya ulit mahuhuli, yung the classic Carteezy na alam natin, this will be really good para sa Bren Esports.
Yep, I agree. But I love how you brought up, Wolf, yung automatic -1s. -3 technically ng LPE, di ba? Harley, pipili lang ng isa, Deadly Magics. Until now, wala pa rin totoong sagot sa suppress, di ba? Ng isang Divine Judgment ng Kaja. And then you have the Detona's Welcome na pag nakita mong, naghahanap ng target, lalayo kayo, magdi-disperse. Yeah, I agree. Definitely right now, that's a possibility that the LPE gets a hold on the situation. And let's not forget si Jake the Dog. Nagpapalakas.
Yeah. I mean, madali mo siya ng mga about 30 seconds in the early stages. It won't matter so much. Sobrang bilis mag-flash farm ng isang Claude. And I wanna say LPE set him up for success din naman when it comes to the draft. Parang meron kang taga-saing at si Jake na lang yung kakain, kumbaga. Now, Bren Esports, they need to be wary of these timings. In fact, yung Bren Esports naman maganda naman yung kanilang execution so far. And they're winning when it comes to the caches. LPE, they have to be more careful ngayon. Mas kailangan yung resource management ng LPE ay mas maganda kumpara sa Bren. Kasi yung Bren, napakadaling mag-depend sa on their side. Look at this. Chang'e, Eve, kapag hindi nakakuha ng wipeout ang LPE, mahirapan silang tumapos ng laban.
I'll agree. Wave clear, Bren Esports has it in spades. LPE nahihirapan pa. And now look at this, ang ganda ng disiplina ng LPE. Alam nilang pwede nilang hilahin si Lasty for a clean wipe, clean pick off, pero alam nilang hindi yung tamang target.
Yeah. And I have to look for the proper timing. Oh, double Athena's picked up by Bren.
Dami ng shields.
Lasty and Flap, sabi nila kuha tayo ng anti-magic.
Anti-arbs, anti-aspect.
Anti-arbs, anti-aspect. The burst is gonna be there. Riota naman, nagpapako natin. So naturally what you get from the Barats. So, Lord Dance, ang mangyayari. At the 10-minute mark.
Hanapan sila. This is still a level 1 Lord. I'm wondering, it's Bimo and Riota. Pareho silang may Cursed Helm. So, ang gusto nila, pareho. Meron din silang passive way to clear waves.
Yeah.
Definitely understandable. And look at this Jake the Dog. Man, pasimple lang. Baka kaya niya itong kunin, ha?
Yeah, he actually can.
Ooh.
So quick. Nasa walang tumatangkay, so marireset. I think Jake nakuha na ng stacks. At nagpaparinig lang sa Bren Esports. Sabi nila, oy, kinukuha namin to, kailangan nyo mag-react.
Okay, Koopa gonna go down. So at least alam nila, for a few seconds, no pun intended, walang real-world manipulation. So I think this is a great time for LP to try to go for more than just a pick-off. At least 2.
Oh, look at that. Bren Esports really paving the way para makapag-farm si Cartezy ng konti. Naghanap sila ng gulo somewhere. Windtalker now for Cartezy. I like this item kasi hindi naman din ganun ka daling i-burst na mga members ng LPE. So, going for the long route, more attack speed and syempre movement speed.
Yep.
Panghabol.
And the spread damage.
Spread damage, and that's also true. Titingnan natin malalaman sa Bren Esports.
Ooh. They check into that bush with the Eve, with
Crystal.
the Eve, the Crystal, yeah. Ang ganda nung pagkaalagay ni Few doon. Kahit si Lasty pumasok na din eh. That's pulling doubles. Arvs papasukin, humihila isa. That's gonna be -1. Few, they're trading for Arvs. Now, in comes another. Babawasan si Lasty. Okay, 2 for 1 ang trade. 2 for 1 ang palitan. Makahanap pa ba ng isa dito ang LPE Riota? Kumakagat si Flaptizi. Hindi lalaban. That's going to be Jake the Dog. Sabi niya, guys, call ko dito, Lord tayo.
Picture this, si Arvs, parang siya yung sundalo na hindi niya, siya yung cover fire, siya yung susugod, sige magpapabaril na ako guys, basta kayo na bahala. Tiniis niya yung skills ni Few para makapasok at makapag-divine judgment, and eventually LPE was able to get the advantage. At ngayon, na-force yung flicker kay Flaptizi. Lord ang target ng LPE.
Yep, this is the Thomas welcome effect. But look at this from the backlines. Cartezy, Tempest of Blades na naman. Isang offensive. Tempest of Blades, but Jake the Dog makes him pay. What a punish. And right now, nice knockup. Double uppercut, equaling a double for Bren Esports. Babagsak si Jake the Dog dito. And right now, Arvs looking for another. Isang malupit. Ring! Isang malupit na ring of punishment. Nanakaw pa yung Lord. Flaptizi, sasabog pa siya dito. I think it's done. You know what, Wolf? All the more worth it. Riota na lang ang natitira. Manage the waves. Wait for Lord.
Oh my God. LPE, biglang sila pa yung nakakuha ng Lord na yun. But, I wanna say, Bren Esports, sinugal na nila. Cartezy says, okay, sige, ako nakabala. Kailangan ko sumugal. Kasi maganda na yung move ng LPE. They were able to just take 2 kills kay Lasty para kay Few. And we'll see that in the replay for sure. Yung impact nito. This insert replay is brought to you by Oppo A94. Experience gaming at full speed with Oppo A94. Get yours now for only 13,999. Cartezy onto the backlines. Sinugal na lang. Nakakuha ng isang kill pero hindi niya napatay si Aspect kasi may Cyclone ay na saktong-sakto. The punishment was there. Arvs gets the kill onto Cartezy and will do another MVP-esque play with this one. Sabi niya, sige, ako na bahala. And Theo was able to just put him so low. Kaso walang retry on both ends. Arvs with that. Alam naman natin masakit na yung hampas dahil dun sa passive ng isang Kaja.
And that's what you get with a mid Kaja, not a support Kaja. That's the mid Kaja. But right now, Cartezy smells another goes for the
Oh my God!
Pero sobrang sakit na ni Jake the Dog. Hak. Kinakagat niya na lahat sa Bren Esports. Papabagsakin niya din si Cartezy again. Just about to find his groove. Sabi ni Jake the Dog, easy ka lang, nag-champion ka na, kami naman. And right now, LPE about to knock on Bren Esports' door.
Sila pa talaga. Although there's a very good defense coming out from Bren Esports. May Changa, may Eve. So, defense is there. I wanna say, katulad nung sinabi natin kanina, Leo, hindi pa rin talaga safe kay Cartezy. Kahit gano'ng karami pang farm, kahit ang gap niya kay Aspect ay 3 items. When it comes to team fights, kaya niya mag-ingat. Because you have so much punishment coming out from LPE.
Yeah.
No, kayang-kaya din talaga until the end. So, this is definitely a game na kailangan mag-ingat ang both teams. Para naman sa side ng LPE, ang ganda ng mga ideas nila dito. I think their executes are so good. It's just that yung Bren Esports ay nakakasagot din naman. Do take note. But in the last few minutes of the match, you're gonna have to give it to LPE. Discipline para kay Jake the Dog. Arvs with the tapang plays. Siya yung pinakamatapang yata na kadya na makikita natin sa ngayon.
Yeah.
And it's okay kahit mamatay siya. And it's okay to pop the ultimate when you're making these plays na alam mong kailangan mo ng isugal.
Yeah.
At yung mid laner mo na si Arvs ay ganun, gonna have to give it to him. Dalawa pa lang item niya, Fleeting Time and Calamity Reaper, but
That's all he needs. Exactly. That's all he needs.
tapang lang talaga eh. Parang sige,
Puso ang
guys,
puhunan.
Puso ang puhunan.
Puso ang puhunan ni Arvs dito. And again, gotta throw back to his play with the Ring of Order. Na-punish ang Bren dahil ginamit na nila lahat.
Yeah.
So, posible pa rin pala para sa LPE na i-bait din ang Bren. Kasi kanina si Bren pa ang naghahanap ng, pick off nyo to, pick off nyo to. Ito si Flap, ito si Lasty. Pero sabi ng LPE, hindi, antayin nyo. Meron din kaming ibabato sa inyo.
That's right. Wow. Can't believe that we're seeing this from LPE. Kailangan na kailangan nila yung pagkapanalo na to laban sa Bren Esports because of skid. But at the same time, Bren Esports, kailangan din nila ng recovery.
And, nasabi mo na nga, di ba, gigil ang Bren. They suffered a loss yesterday, and it was a sweep. So I think LPE can actually take advantage of that emotional state right now. This is going to be another engage. Arvs here, hindi pa siya ganun katapang. Now, real manipulation, pushing them back from the back lines. Nako po, that's going to be one. Cartesi taking down Jake the Dog. This might be the turnaround Bren Esports is looking for. Arvs, medyo mababa. Bimo, mas-shutdown na rin dito. Oh no, ni Lasty and Cartesi. Hold up! Nice play by Aspect. Outplay.
Oh my God!
I may. Now Flaptizi gonna look for the knockout and he finds it. Ryota na lang ang natitira. Signs of life from LPE. Pero medyo nag-overstay yata doon si Aspect. Not much he could do. Again, Flaptizi smelled blood.
What happened there was LPE already, sabi natin kanina na pag may round 2 yung laban, dun sila lugi. Ngayon, Ryota cannot defend against 4. Stuck, yes, he is. By the way, gusto i-take note kanina si Bimo, gamit yung kupa, fully na-tank niya yung Meteor Shower. But LPE, unfortunately, nagamit na ni Ryota already yung Detona's Welcome. Bago pa magsimula yung laban, na-purify lang yun. Kaya nga naman, nung dumating na si Cartesi, sobrang confident na niya. Alam na niya na meron na siyang way para manglikod.
Yep, and essentially, LPE, again, the story here is they might have overstayed. Kasi kapag after round 1, pag linabas na nila lahat, wala na silang maibabawi except for when it comes to outplay. So yun, medyo nakita tayo ng moments of brilliance from Aspect.
Yeah.
Pero yun nga, meron pa si Flap eh.
I wanna say, the next power spike para sa Bren Esports, ganito yan eh, di ba pag nagkakaroon ng tug of war, ng palitan ng ganito, the biggest power spike is kung sino yung mauuna sa Winter Truncheon at kung kailan yung timing na yun. This time para sa Bren Esports, perfect dahil nakuha na ni Riba yung Winter Truncheon niya. Eventually, I think Cartesi will pick up something similar. Siguro, Wind of Nature, or Winter Truncheon himself, pwede yun. Or this time is Immortality. Actually, pinakamagandang choices among those three yata is the Immortality.
Yep, especially when we reach the 20-minute mark. Now, Arvs though, papasabugin ni Flaptizi. So that's a Divine Judgment out of the equation. Jake the Dog gonna be using the Blazing Duet from the backline, trying to clear this assault from Bren Esports. Oh, sabi ni Ryota, welcome. Sabi ni Detona, and that's going to be a flicker out. Back out, sabi dito ng LPE now. That's gonna be Bren all in. Buo pa sila, all 5. Nabawasan ng isang LPE. Libreng Lord to.
Libreng Lord for sure.
Unless, wait
30
lang.
seconds Arvs. Wala si Arvs.
Oo, si Arvs.
Sa ganakaw.
Oo, yun ang kailangan eh.
But Aspect is here. Oh, tingnan na. Ang LPE ba? LPE, I don't think you can. Tingnan mo yung pwesto ni Flaptizi. Nauna na siya dun sa pwestuhan. So it won't matter so much. Easy Lord para sa Bren Esports.
Yep, medyo inambahan lang ng LPE. Pero Bren Esports, ever the wiser, the experienced team here against the qualifiers team that LPE is. Alam nila yung galawan eh. Bren Esports, they expected at least 1 or 2 from LPE to try to go for the seal kasi nakaramdam na sila ng nakaw kanina
Exactly.
Not this Luminous Lord.
Not gonna happen para sa Bren Esports. The items are really piling up. Nagkakaroon na tayo ng malaking problema para sa LPE. if we do find yung mga magandang pwesto mula kay Jake the Dog, which actually he is doing great.
Capable, yeah.
Capable
Nakahanap
talaga.
siya eh.
Kaso may mga items talaga na magiging checkmate na. For example,
No go.
sobrang dami ng Winter Truncheons sa side ng Bren Esports. Mawawala na ng impact dito si Jake the Dog.
Yeah.
Eh lalo ngayon, buhay lahat ng battle spells ng Bren.
Pati ult. So this is going to be an
Look at that.
all out engage. Down goes Arvs. Napakaganda ng real world manipulation sa entrance pala ng base ng LP. Hindi niya man lang pinasok. Alam niyang equal -1 agad yon. Bottom lane gonna go down here. Welcome ni
my
Detona.
God.
Nice use of the Winter Truncheon again, Wolf. Ni Nostra mo na. Nabawasan ng isang ult ang LPE. They're counting their eggs here. There are only so many things they can do left. Nako, that's gonna be Blazing Duet. Nabilangan na Jake the Dog. Alam niyang wala ng ult from the backlines. Nice use of BMI. Rebo with the meteor shower, clearing the waves. I think LP still has this nice defense.
They will live to see another day or so, another minute. But few. Dalawang outplays yung ginawa niya. Nung inabol na siya doon ni Arvs na nag-flicker din, hahabulin na sana siya, tamang galaw lang, and then flicker out, tapos instantly real-world manipulation, punishing Arvs. Tapos nag-Winter Truncheon to control, and lastly, nilakat lang!
Isa pa! Real-world manipulation sisimulan dito. Ang team fight gonna be Blazing Duet less. Nako yan, napapasok na siya! Nabilangan!
Nabilangan kaso nakakataas din ni Jake the Dog will be able to run away. Napag-regen. Kamuti ka pa matunaw nung apoy, glowing one, but my God.
Ganda, binilangan ni Jake the Dog. Sabi niya, Tempest, Tempest. Okay, Blazing Duet. And now, see here, Wolf, 20 minutes past. Nagsimula na ang 1 minute up death timers.
Oof, it's gonna be scary. 21 minutes into this game.
Pwede na mag-CR si Lasty, tas maghugas ng kamay, at least 30 seconds. So yan, bilang na bilang.
Get out to take note, Jake the Dog is doing wonders for his team. Hindi na siya nag-Wind of Nature muna. Queen's Wings, Breastplate, sabayang bigkas. DHS finally picked up by Ling, si Cartesi. Gusto ko yung Immortality. I think it's much better choice instead of the Wind Talker. Sorry, the Wind of Nature o kaya yung Winter Truncheon.
Yeah.
Pero yung Winter Truncheons parehas kay Few, pati na rin kay Rebo. That's so perfect. Looking at Lusty, Blade Armor, yun naman talaga yung value item dito laban sa mga members ng LPE.
Yep, you're gonna be shredding down Jake. You're gonna be shredding down BMO. And eventually Aspect na bumibasic na rin at this point. Late game na tayo eh. So hindi na ganun kaganda ang full combo ng kit ng isang Harley. So he has to turn into a secondary marksman. So yun, Blade Armor, napakaganda. Lusty, even if it does equal to a pick-off like this potentially, masakit pa rin, mababawasan ng mga buhay. Bimo, papasabugin dito, Rebo gets him. And again, that's a easy pick-off, 65 seconds. Pero may trade. Flap TZ, mabubuhay ka pa, Jake the Dog. Putting in a few hits, and he survives!
Just a little bit more at
Isang hinga.
makakuha na eh. But Jake the Dog, wala rin kasi siyang, hindi siya full stacks nun eh. Na kayang Art of Thievery, kaya naman hindi na niya pinilit. And, wise decision by the way. Yung LPE, nag-set up sila ng Death Brush dito sa may bandang purple buff. Nandoon si Aspect, yung Kaja Harley combo sana. But Lusty was the first one to be there. And nisip ng LPE, dahil may immortality si Lusty, and the fact na back siya tapos like 5 defensive items, hindi worth it. And it definitely wasn't.
Yep, let's see. Jake the Dog,
Naku,
medyo
hindi tumawa na naman.
forward yata. Pero ito, online si Arvs meron siyang Divine Judgment dito. Meron siyang DJ. Tingnan natin kung wakachaka si Lusty. Ryota from the back. Tatamaan ng Crystal ni Few. This is great zoning from Bren Esports. Libreng-libre.
What a position. Look at that. The 5-man positioning from Bren Esports. Ano yan? Pentagon offense.
Pentagon defense, offense, perimeter.
Whatever you call it. Ang perfectly. Na-checkmate nila yung LPE kasi walang points of entry.
No safe goes. Delikado, either way.
Rebo now picking up the wings, the blood wings. Maunat na, hindi na madali. Even with the combo, tas may Winter Truncheon pa siya. Napakahirap na i-1 si Rebo.
Dami. Mala X-Borg yung light bar niya. Ang dami. Here we go. Poisons early on by Lusty gonna go in. Real world manipulation. But sasagot si Jake the Dog ng Blazing Duet. Pero papasabugin siya ni Flap TZ. The knockout by Pacquiao. Bimo looking low. Tempest ablaze by Cartesi. They're wailing at the base. Ladies and gentlemen, this might be it. Pero boy pa yata from the backlines. Lusty taken out by Aspect. Cartesi boy pa. Gonna back out. Flap TZ knocking up 3. Gonna be able to go for the defense. Few. Tinamaan ng Deadly Magics. Pero buhay pa siya. He's gonna survive. They're gonna go for the first push. Round 2 daw. Let's see kung may bawi dito ang LPE. Aspect bumili ng potion dito. Kaya niya pa ba? Oh no! Wolf, masyado na itang malakas yung mga minions.
Yeah.
Oh, space escape. That's gonna be it, ladies and gentlemen. Bren Esports. Massive sweep ang LPE. This winning moment is brought to you by Head and Shoulders. Put your game face on and finally say goodbye to those awkward #HGG moments.